Depression is a mood disorder usually characterized by a low mood that has been present every day for at least 2 weeks. Depression does not mean a weakness of character. It doesn't mean it's for the weak people and the strong people cannot go with. It's not an imagination or something that you can just shake off and that's just it. It is an illness that actually needs management or treatment. So when someone comes to you and they tell you they have depression, do not tell them to get over it or to just be okay. It is something that you process. It is an actual illness. Welcome back to my channel. This is Patient. Today we talk about depression. How can you identify an individual with a depression? So there is a criteria that we follow to actually diagnose someone with depression. I'm going to give you half of it. This is not the full criteria that we follow to tell this person has depression or not. I'm just going to give you some of the things that you can easily see in an individual, tell you they have depression or they might have depression, so that you can be able to seek medical help or ask someone to help you out so this condition or this situation does not get worse. One of the things that you'll see in a depressed individual is that they'll have a low mood. And like I said earlier, this should have lasted at least every day for 2 weeks. Now, this is information that you can get from either the patient themselves, the individual themselves, or from the caretakers or the people that are close to them. And usually they will tell you, I feel sad, I've been feeling sad lately, they've been feeling really low or feelings like emptiness, they feel empty, like they are not who they have been before. Or even the people that are close to them will tell you this person has been really low or maybe looking sad all the time or maybe even having a teary face. Like someone's mood, when you've known them for some time, when it goes low, you will know something will change. Like I said earlier, it usually goes on for like 2 weeks or more. Secondly, someone that is depressed loses interest in their pleasurable activities. These are things that they used to do for fun, they used to love, and now they are drawn back from them. They no longer find that interest to do them, or they no longer find that pleasure in them anymore. So that can be all of them or it can be some of them, but maybe people used to hang out, now they no longer hang out. Maybe they enjoyed a certain sport, maybe watching football with their friends, now they no longer want to go out with their friends or even watch football. They don't even want to hear anything related to soccer. Like they are withdrawn from things that used to really make them happy. And now this is a tricky one. Some depressed individuals will either gain weight, others will lose weight. And like would have thought normally when someone is depressed, maybe they should be losing too much weight, they shouldn't be wanting to eat and all of that. Some individuals have more appetite when they're depressed and others have less appetite. What does that mean? It means when you have more appetite, you eat more. If you've seen, if you had something like stress eat, people when they're stressed, maybe they're bothered, they're depressed, now they eat more instead. And others will lose appetite completely, they don't want to eat or drink or do anything like that. And I'm not talking about the weight that you lose maybe when you're dieting, when you're trying to lose weight. No, I'm talking about the weight that you lose when you're depressed. That's why when you're diagnosing depression, you must have at least 5 of the symptoms out of the 9. So you don't just lose appetite or maybe you lose weight and then you say you're depressed. No, there's certain more symptoms that you have to look at to diagnose that this person has depression. I'm just trying to give you some of them so that when you see maybe 3 or 4 or 5, you'll be like, I think there is something that we need to do here. But do not just look at one symptom and you think people have depression. No, you must have at least 5 of the symptoms out of the 9. And that's not even so the entire criteria. The criteria is longer than that. Depression also affects how you sleep. Now, some individuals will either lack sleep, which is insomnia, others will have more sleep, which is hypersomnia. So that's why, like I said, you have to really pay attention from who the person has been before and what changes are happening with them. Some people, when they're depressed or they have low mood, they'll withdraw and maybe they'll be in their bed the whole day, they don't want to wake up. So like they're sleepy or there's something that they're doing, they're just sleeping, they're trying to avoid addressing those things in their head. Or some of them, they'll lack sleep. Maybe someone is thinking the entire night, they're in their thoughts, they're thinking, so much is happening in their head, so they lack sleep. It can vary from one individual to another, so do not just be lacking sleep and you think, I don't think I'm depressed or that and that and that, especially when you have other symptoms. It can be it just works different for different individuals. So some can lose sleep, others will have more sleep. Like I said earlier, you must have at least 5 of the symptoms. Do not have one and start diagnosing people or even yourself with depression. So this is not all, but for this video I would love to end with this last one: suicidal ideation. People that are depressed usually have ideas of committing suicide. Now this usually comes from certain delusions of how they feel, feelings of guilt, feelings of worthlessness. People feel like they no longer want to live. There is so much things always happening with people that are depressed. The mood is low, they're no longer eating, they have no sleep. They usually tend to have ideas to end their lives. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to give out some of these symptoms, that at least when you see like 2 or 3 or 4, at least try to ask someone, do you think my friend is okay? Do you think my child is okay? Is my sister okay? So that it does not end really, really bad. And then lastly, something that I don't want to really forget is that depression does not just affect people that you think are weak. The strongest of people, the people that you think can handle everything, please always check up on those people. People that are always smiling, they look like they're okay, they have everything together. Everyone can go through depression. It doesn't really matter who you are. When you see some of these things, please don't hesitate to advise your friends or someone to seek medical help. These things can be managed, but you must first identify them. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, see you in the next video, and